Oh, you want me to talk about the Batman Arkham game? Yeah, we can talk about that. So, speaking of video games, we got the announcement of a new Batman Arkham game. And, you know, hearing that, you think I'd be jumping up and down. You think I'd be going crazy. I don't know, man. Let's watch this thing. So, for one, it's a VR game. Let's see. Let's pop it up. It's a VR game. It's called Batman Arkham Shadow. It's mainly for the MetaQuest. So not even for the PlayStation VR, not for whatever other VR, the Oculus or whatever. It's only for MetaQuest, so it's exclusive to them. And look, the last taste in our mouths from the Arkham universe was the Suicide Squad game. Was the Justice League Kills the Suicide Squad. And they shoot Batman in, and he's probably still alive or whatever. I haven't kept up with that game or whatnot. I just played the story campaign that they had at the time. Was just not a fan of the handling of Arkham Batman in there. Here, this could be fun. It looks like what's going to be happening. Some people were saying, is Ratcatcher involved? Because, like, you know, all these rats and whatnot. And there's probably a ton of Easter eggs in here. We could watch an Easter egg video I think I saw pop up. It was only 2 minutes long. But from what I'm gathering is we're going to play as Batman and spreading the fear toxin onto the criminals of Gotham. And the POV of Batman can always be fun. I guess it's just the VR element that I'm always kind of like a little annoyed with. Because I know people wanted to catch on, and trust me, I'd be down for it too. But it just feels like VR isn't catching on the way, you know, like Apple wants to, Facebook and Meta want to. It's just not there yet. I saw Marcus Brownlee do, which is a great YouTuber, MKBHD, I believe. He got to test out the new thing that Disney is working on, where you stand in place, and like this is going to be the future of VR. It's kind of like a walking pad. So eventually you could have the goggles on, kind of like Ready Player One, and you could just explore and still stay in the same spot. This whole video was really interesting. I recommend it to you guys. And he did a great breakdown explaining the technology and how it works, because it looks like magic to me. Like just the fact that you can walk on this and still end up being at the same spot. But the way he explains it, I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. That's kind of revolutionary, the technology. But it's like, I think until VR gets to this level where you can just have this in your home and you can put on and be Batman running through Gotham, throwing out your things, and even some sort of suit or sensor where you can feel, I don't want to say the pain, but like just a little tap, you know, like if you're getting hit, like a shooting game, or you're getting beat up, just a little tap, just to make it that much more immersive, you know, I think would be really cool. But for now, these kind of games, they're just like, I'll check it out. I don't have a MetaQuest, so I'm going to have to get a MetaQuest. But it did seem semi-interesting to me. I just miss Arkham Batman, and I want him to be redeemed in a way where he wasn't in the Suicide Squad game, because that did not even feel like Arkham Batman. In my headcanon, that was just a separate universe Batman and whatnot. And there's even multiverse elements in Suicide Squad because they bring in a multiverse Joker and whatnot. But let me see some of these Easter eggs. This is a 2-minute video. Let's see here. Let's go into what they have to show us. Is this like an official video? Is this from okay. A thrilling new addition to the Arkham franchise is set to launch exclusively on the MetaQuest 3 later this year. The new suit is too. I don't like the chest piece. Renewed MetaQuest Arkham shows the most ambitious project yet. Okay, let's see why this is ambitious. The teaser trailer provides some glimpses and Easter eggs, offering a taste of what's to come. That rat definitely looks a little scary, let me tell you. Dr. Harleen Quinzel badge. Okay, so Harley Quinn appearance. Oh, okay. Let's see. Okay, we got Vote Dent. We got a pin that says Harvey Dent, so maybe a little Two-Face in there. What is this? Oh, some more Vote Dent stuff. So, was it going to revolve around the election of Dent? Oh, God. Falcon Warehouse billboard for Arkham City. Is this a prequel game then? Falcone? Because if you're Vote Dent, I doubt he'd want to be voted in as Two-Face. So, it might be a prequel game before he becomes Harvey Dent. Presence of rats, a gas mask, gloves typically associated with Ratcatcher, and graffiti suggesting a storyline on the characters possibly as the main villain. So, Ratcatcher might be the main villain in here. You know, last time we saw Ratcatcher, a version of it, was in James Gunn's Suicide Squad. Posters hinting at Ratcatcher, including the Ghost in Gray from Batman Arkham Knight. Vandalized to read, no hosted rat. Okay. See, like, I want to be excited. I want to care, but I guess let me see the detective mode. When you show me some gameplay, maybe that could be fun, because the detective mode I remember being revolutionary in the Batman games, when you got to like put on his Batman and see thermal skins and then use all your gadgets. If they can find a way to immerse me in the VR system with some of that stuff, I'd be into it. I'd be down with it. Let's see here. Batman Arkham, possibly terrifying. So it looks like it'll have some horrifying experience. So it's going to try and scare you. That's going to be fun. Definitely love being jump scared in VR games. From these details, it appears that the game will take place in the timeline between Arkham Origins and Arkham Asylum. Dude, okay, so it is a prequel game. This isn't after. Ooh, okay, so now we know when it's being set by. That made sense with the Harvey Dent thing, because like I said, he would not be voted in. But isn't also, dang, how much, I didn't even think about this. Doesn't Kevin Conroy voice Arkham Batman? Is this going to be the first Arkham Batman game with no Kevin Conroy? Oh, dude. Roger Craig Smith, who voiced Batman. Oh, and the Arkham Origins may return for this game, having potentially disclosed this by initially retweeting. So it's going to be, okay, so it's someone already in the Arkhamverse, the Arkham Origins game. I didn't play much of that one, honestly. But there you go. That's how, I don't know how we feeling about that, guys, but I want to be excited, but I'm just not there yet. I also see a lot of DC fans getting upset with stuff like this, because they're like, Batman isn't the only DC character. Where's our Green Lantern game? Where's our Superman game? Where's our Flash game? Where's a game about a Plastic Man game? Could actually be really fun, especially since he deals in heist and with his powers. But I think at the end of the day, it just comes down to what sells. And Batman, like, frickin' sells through the roof, right? I would still, like, Superman VR would probably be much easier to do than a Superman type of, like, Arkham game. You know what I mean? Because people have been wanting a third-person Superman game where you fly around and do all this stuff. In VR mode, that would actually probably be a lot easier, because it would also be more immersive. You could fly, you could show your freeze breath, your heat ray, do all this other kind of stuff. You should have made it a Superman game. I don't know. That's my opinion. VR just ain't it. I agree with you. VR just ain't it. We'll see how it goes, though. I'll give it a chance. All right. Let's talk about. Okay. Well, I'll let you guys decide the next story. So I got two other things on the agenda. We got a Rotten Tomatoes controversy thing, and we have a new horror movie where it's Mickey versus Winnie the Pooh. I'm going to let the chat decide whatever I see the most of being spammed about. I guess, see, like, I could talk about some people want me to talk about the Spider-Man and the X-Men thing. I'll talk about that real quick. So, spoilers, I mean, I think it's already everywhere by now, but